Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spread Some Magic 1928. Today we are making the Birria Mac and Cheese. This is found at the 2025 Food and Wine Festival at Disney's California Adventure. We are going to use Trader Joe's beef birria. If you saw before, you just open it up and heat it up. We will not separate the consommé. It's all going to be as one, but we will probably shred up the meat a little bit finer. Now, some of the reviews said the mac and cheese was a little bit soupy, and that probably is because of the consommé, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. Also, we are gonna try, and I've never done it before, so you're gonna try it with me, a one-pot mac and cheese. Cook everything in one pot, and that's it. So no making a roux, no boiling the pasta and then bringing it all together. We're gonna start with it all together. So let me pop this on the stove, and then I'll show you what goes in the mac and cheese. Okay, we're gonna add everything except the cheese to the pot. So we want 1.5 cups of water. We want 1 cup of milk. Let's see if I can do this without spilling it. Good. We want a teaspoon, no, scratch that, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. We want half a teaspoon of salt, because you always salt your pasta water anyways. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And then because this is a birria and the pictures made the mac and cheese actually look like it had a hint of red, we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder to this. So all that's in the pot. I am gonna whisk it. The instructions don't say to whisk it, but let's make sure this mustard gets mixed in and all the spices get mixed in, because next, I could have probably used a smaller pot, we're gonna add 1/2 pound of pasta. Shortcut pasta, of course. The parks do use regular macaroni shape, so I did grab some from Trader Joe's. Dump that in there, and then take it to the stove. They say you're gonna stir it every couple of minutes, every 2 to 3 minutes until it comes to a boil. You don't want an aggressive boil, you want a slight rolling boil, and then you cook until the pasta is al dente. So whatever those instructions said on there, and then we'll go from there. Let's take it to the stove. Put your pot over medium to medium-high heat. Stir occasionally until it comes to a boil. Once it boils, lower your heat so it becomes a gentle boil and stir frequently. If the mixture becomes too dry, add hot water 1/2 cup at a time and keep stirring. This is done cooking when the pasta is al dente. Okay, our pasta is done. So we're gonna add our cheeses. So we had 2 cups of shredded cheddar. And then I'm gonna stir this a little bit. And then we have a 1/2 cup of grated, finely grated Parmesan. Now, you might have noticed that they had a little extra cheese in there. It's okay. We like things cheesy around here. And you are going to stir and stir and stir until all that cheese is melted. This is also why you wanted to leave a little bit of liquid in the pot. It just helps make it like a sauce. It's hard to see because it's a deep pot, but there's some cheese melts in there. Also, I forgot to talk about garnish. This gets garnished with a onion cilantro sauce. So for this one, it's not as like bright green as Disney's, but sometimes I suspect they use food coloring because you eat with your eyes first. Anyways, equal parts green onion and cilantro with a touch of lemon juice, salt, pepper, and olive oil. So basically, oh, and a clove or 2 of garlic. So almost like an onion cilantro pesto. I don't know if you can see that, but it is cheesy. So that's your onion cilantro sauce, and then crushed tortilla chips. So again, like I did the graham crackers for the s'mores trail, just put them in a bag, crunch them up. All right, I'd say we are ready to plate. All right, we've got a bowl here. Although I think like a deeper bowl with a smaller diameter would probably be best. So, gonna give ourselves a healthy serving of that mac and cheese. And also, if you want to taste test this, the mac and cheese, before you plate, just make sure your salt and pepper and everything is of a good level, good base level. The spices are good. Now for the birria, I am gonna use a slotted spoon. I will still get some of that consomme with it, but I don't want a ton of consomme. So you're gonna plop that birria right on top of that mac and cheese, like so. And then I put it in here to make it look prettier, which is something I rarely do, right? I normally just use my spoon and put it on. This time we're gonna pipe it on like so. Ooh. And then sprinkle with the chips. And there you have the Birria Mac and Cheese topped with an onion cilantro sauce and crispy tortilla chips from the 2025 Food and Wine Festival at Disney's California Adventure. Let's dig in. This looks so good. So we want to get a little bit of that cilantro sauce with the crunch of the tortilla and the mac and cheese all in one bite. Oh, keeps falling off. I don't think I got enough mac and cheese in that bite, but the birria with that onion cilantro sauce and the chips is fantastic. So let's try to get a little bit more mac and cheese there. Maybe I strained it more. Maybe it's because my bowl's bigger. Mine's not soupy. So maybe you just make this at home. It's really, really easy, actually. This works. And it took maybe 15 minutes. I know my video is quicker. Like the time it took, okay, let's say I didn't shred, right? So this is dinner in under 30 minutes. Mac and cheese with the birria, the sauce, the chip, like this is fantastic if you like beef birria. I cannot, yeah, super, super simple. If you wanted to go even simpler, grab yourself a box of Kraft mac and cheese. I mean, it's basically what I did, right? But just with hand shredded cheese. And the birria, like I said, is from Trader Joe's. It's fantastic. I don't know, you should make this. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.